School as we know it has changed. The school curriculum now encourages young people to gain practical experience and workplace skills as part of their studies. In New South Wales, structured workplace learning is a mandatory HSC requirement for a range of vocational courses. Work placement usually involves 1 week of industry experience in Year 11 and a further week in Year 12. This provides students with the opportunity to develop attitudes and skills employers are looking for, explore career opportunities, and practice the skills learned at school or TAFE in a real work environment. The Work Placement Coordinator recruits local host employers. They coordinate school timetables with employer availabilities and provide ongoing support. Host employers supervise the students and provide them with learning opportunities during the work placement. There is no cost to the employer, and employers who participate in this program are able to raise the profile of their business and develop links with the local community. It also allows employers to identify young people with potential who they may wish to employ. The Structured Work Placement program has strong industry support in New South Wales, with more than 20,000 employers involved, giving students valuable on-the-job experience that can lead to full-time work later on. More than 1/3 of New South Wales students are now undertaking vocational courses as part of their higher school certificate.
Hi, I'm Deanna Lang, Manager of Sutherland Business Education Network. Sutherland BEN is a local community partnership funded by the Australian Government and the New South Wales Board of Vocational Education and Training. Our role is to work closely with schools, businesses and the community to ensure that all young people obtain the skills, experience and professional guidance they need to make a successful transition through school and onto further education, training and employment. Sutherland BEN strives to support young people to engage in education or training to realise their full social and economic potential. Structured workplace learning is one of the ways we achieve this. The aim of the program is to provide work placement opportunities for students studying a vocational education and training course as part of their high school certificate, either at school or TAFE. Work placement coordinators liaise with schools and local businesses to secure suitable venues and provide ongoing support to the students, teachers and host employers.
I think work placement enhances what the students are learning in the classroom, both theoretical and practical, because they're able to learn some skills before they go out, but they're able to then apply those skills in a real workplace. So to them, I think it seems to be quite beneficial to both them, and it's also good for employers because they're able to supervise and train and teach young people.
For work placement, I went with a carpenter. And I liked it just because it gave me more experience with the industry and stuff, how things work.
We use work placement as a guide for our students, not so much as where they want to go, but what avenues that they don't want to take, because we found that when our students come into our classroom in Year 11, that they want to get into the building construction industry, but because there's so many different areas of it, they don't actually know which specific area they want to go into. So work placement acts as a perfect guide for them to discover the avenues that they may want to go into.
Yeah, the benefit to me for hosting work placement students is that it increases my productivity on the building site.
Construction work placement was worthwhile because we got an idea of what the work was like.
I have a lot of tradesmen working at one point in time, so it's sometimes all you need is an extra set of hands, which is really good. The skills they have is basic, but it saves me a lot of time showing them how to use a handsaw or how to sweep the floor, because they already know that, they've been taught the basics. Another good part is it helps me promote my business to the local community, to schools and teachers, and get my company out there.
In students, we look for a really good positive attitude, someone that's going to come in and ask a lot of questions, keen to try something new. If they're unsure, just to ask, get advice. Yeah, just someone who's really keen and motivated, well presented obviously. They need to come in, they're working in our establishment, so they need to look the part as well.
Yeah, just have a positive attitude, just smile a lot and ask a lot of questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions, because they're there to help you and you're there to learn.
I've had a couple of students gain part-time employment from their work placement, which is fantastic. I've also had students go on to further education so that they build on the qualification that they get at school. And in actual fact, I have one student who I taught many years ago who is now managing a large chain of hotels over in Hong Kong. So, you know, the benefits are certainly there for students that are undertaking work placement and VET courses.
When the students finish, they will be given a certificate too in building construction, which is nationally accredited, which means that those students are able to use those skills to build upon if they go into that industry. It also means that those skills can be used nationally wide.
I got to do lots of cutting and serving and garnishing, plating food, and we had a function on, so it was really busy, and everyone was under heaps of stress, and we had to work as a team, and really it just really showed me like different skills and stuff like that.
They've obviously done work behind the scenes at school, so they've done the theory, so for them it's nice to come in and do the practical, and for us it's a benefit that you've got kids that aren't sort of a blank slate. They've got a bit of knowledge behind them and they've got some nice skills and they've had that, so for us we can push them through a little bit faster. They've got a little bit more knowledge, so you know, obviously they're a bit keener too.
In class, to prepare for work placement, I made sure I had all the paperwork and got it signed from my parents and the school, and then just made sure I had all the numbers to call and introduce myself to the employer, as well as getting all the signatures and things like that ready.
Look, support received from work placement coordinators is excellent. They in touch with us up to 3 weeks in advance, letting us know what the name of the student is, what school they're coming from, any special needs or requirements that those students may have. Also anything that we need to ask from them, always there on the phone ready to ask any questions and help us out in any way that they can.
The attitude I'm looking for in a work placement student is enthusiastic and respectful to the people on site, and just willing to do any task given to them the best that they can.
Because for them it's a good stepping stone to find out, is this really the career that they want to go into?
I definitely think my experience at work placement was worthwhile. For me personally, I needed to kind of see the physical side of what you do and everything, and I'd studied in class, but I didn't get that feeling of actually knowing what it's like in real life. So it was really worthwhile for me, because I said, yeah, that's definitely what I want to do, and it just cleared it in my head for me a bit.
For further information on how you can get involved in work placement, please visit our website